Hello everyone. In this session we are going to talk about maximum height of a projectile. Okay. So if I have a projectile and if I throw it in air with the initial velocity of u bar, and let's say this angle is theta, the angle it makes with the horizontal, the initial velocity, then what is the what is the maximum height? Okay. So h max, this is what we have to find out. So now I already told you that the motion in x direction and the motion in y direction both are independent of each other. So now let's only concentrate the motion in y direction. So if I take the components of this vector u bar, then I will get the y component to be u sine theta. This is the y component, and the x component to be u cos theta. Okay, so u cos theta is not useful for us. Only useful component is u sine theta. Okay, so initial velocity in y direction is u sine theta. Okay, so here what I am going to do is I am taking upward direction as a positive and the downward direction as negative. That means all the velocities and the accelerations in upward direction will be positive, and all the velocities or accelerations or the displacements in the downward direction will be negative. So my g value will be minus g here. Okay, so ui is u sine theta. And what is the final velocity when it reaches the maximum height? When it reaches the maximum height, the final velocity is 0. Okay, because at the maximum point you have only x component. Obviously when it reaches the topmost point, then its velocity will become 0, because momentarily there will be no motion in y direction. Okay, it will momentarily come to rest. And this is the displacement in y direction, that is the h max. H max is the displacement in the y direction. Okay, so you have Vy, Uy and Sy. So can you use this formula? V square is equal to U square plus 2as. Okay, now in this case we will write the subscript of y. Okay, because we are restricting our motion, our analysis in y direction itself. Okay, so Vi is 0, that is the final velocity. This is equal to uy square. Now uy is u sine theta whole square plus 2 times ay. So since ay, the acceleration is in the downward direction, see here, acceleration due to gravity will be in the downward direction, so I will write it as minus g into h max, that is the maximum height. Okay, so now we will get 0 is equal to u square sine square theta minus 2g times h max. So 2g times h max becomes u square sine square theta. Okay, so what we will have then for h max? H max will become u square sine square theta divided by 2g. This will be our maximum height. So this is the maximum height reached by the projectile.